Alright guys, wanted to give you guys a nice, really long walk. So this is what we're going to do. I'm over here in Brighton Beach on Brighton Beach Avenue, and we're going to walk all the way to 86th Street from here. You heard that right. 86th Street in Bensonhurst. Crazy, right? How are we going to get there? That's what you're probably asking. Well, let's talk about it. So if you watched my last walk, we did Coney Island in the fog. We walked from Coney Island. We did the boardwalk. We went through the streets, and we ended up going over to Sheepshead Bay. It is the same morning, and as you can see, the sun has really broken through the fog. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it is the quickest burn off I've seen in a while. Usually, you know, they had it forecast till noon that it was going to be foggy, and it's just turning 9 o'clock right now. And it is clear. I mean, it is so clear out. So if you're watching these videos back to back, the Coney Island to Sheepshead Bay and the Brighton Beach to Gravesend or Bensonhurst, if you're watching them back to back, it looks like it's two totally different days, but it's literally minutes apart. It took me about 10 minutes to walk to this starting point. And by the time I'm finished walking, I've probably walked about 10 miles today. So by the time we get over to 86th Street. And we have a statue right here on the sidewalk. She is a statue. I mean, she is not even moving. God bless her. And I promised you guys I was going to tell you guys how we were going to do this. I'm going to take Brighton Beach Avenue over to Coney Island Avenue, which is right over here, right where the train is. And then we're going to take, I've decided we're going to take Coney Island Avenue to Avenue U. And then we're going to take Avenue U to 86th Street. And then we're going to take that 86th Street over there by Stillwell Avenue and by 25th Avenue or 26th Avenue, where it is over there. And we're going to walk over to Bay Parkway. Long walk. Look guys, it is January. This is where we start kicking off the new year. So we start doing, you know, all the long walks and everything. No more holiday laziness. We have to, I have a little bit of weight I gotta kick off, you know, get rid of. I'm generally a healthy guy. I never gain weight anyway. And if I do, I lose it. But I'll tell you, I did a lot of eating this holiday season. It's crazy. I could see it in my face, you know. I was like, looking a little thick around the cheeks. My favorite thing in the world, waiting for traffic lights. Giving you guys a look. You can see all that reflection coming off of that building over there. Here we go. Oh, we got a lot of noise going on, so we'll try to get away from it as quick as possible. I think Barbie just walked by me in the pink jacket. All right, we're on Coney Island Avenue. Oh, great. And we're going to have the sun on our back for the entire walk. So it works out. All right, so Coney Island Avenue, from this point, we are going over to Avenue U, and then we will make a left, go straight down to 86, and then make a right. In the last walk, which was about a little while ago, temperature was around 50 degrees. It seems a little bit warmer, not much warmer. The sun is definitely warming things up. I don't foresee us hitting 60 degrees today, that's for sure, but it'll definitely be mid-50s probably. Unfortunately, we are going to be doing a busy walk here. So Coney Island Avenue is one of the most dangerous roads in the 5 boroughs. There's a lot of accidents. There have been some fatalities, hit and runs, you name it. You could just Google it and you'll find numerous news stories. I'm pretty sure there was a recent one over by Avenue U, if I'm not mistaken, like maybe in the last 6 months or so. But this is a very busy stretch of road. There's going to come a point where we got to cross over a bridge in about a few minutes, so stay tuned for that one. And it sounds like we have some road construction. A couple of cute little puppies there. Hopefully that is the worst of the noise we're gonna have to put up with. But you know, we got a long walk, so there's a lot of stuff we might see. So here goes Neptune Avenue. We were just on Neptune Avenue, now we're crossing through it. And you can see, like I said, in the last walk, it looks like a totally different day. It's all sunny now and bright and happy. Everyone's awake. Most of the kids are in school or daycare now, so now probably see a lot of more adults on the streets. Looks like somebody left their car up on the roof up there. I always wonder how those decisions get made, you know. It's like, I'm gonna put a car up on the roof of our car shop, and like, does anybody got like a spare car we don't need? Oh guys, I am gonna miss the light. That sucks. Don't worry, I'm gonna edit out the wait. I am not gonna have you guys watching traffic for like 10 minutes. That's how this light is. This is a long light. This is the worst light. It only gives you, see that person walking? It only gave that person like 10 seconds to get across the street. I mean, it's really dangerous over here. This is the entrance and exit onto the Bell Parkway. I'll give you guys a quick look, and then we will continue across. But this is what the area looks like. You can see all this traffic getting onto the parkway. And I'm gonna sit here and wait for the light. Alright guys, here we go. If you're wondering, it was a 3-minute wait. And here goes this nice countdown that gives me like 10 seconds to get across the road. All right, now we're gonna go over the bridge here. Now we are officially coming out of Brighton Beach, and we are in Sheepshead Bay now for a little bit. I guess you could say kind of like on the border between, right now we're crossing out of Coney Island, but I guess you could say, you know, walking down Coney Island Avenue is basically like walking along the borderline between Gravesend and Sheepshead Bay. I always get kind of nervous walking over this because the traffic is really, it's like a parkway speeds. I mean, there is a speed limit, but a lot of these cars, sometimes they'll zoom by. You got a lot of racing, drag racing over here. I can smell some nice bread baking right now. Oh, there's a bakery shop over I can't really show you on the camera. It's kind of behind the wall, but there's a bakery shop over my left shoulder. On the other side as well, on the street. That is what I'm smelling. And you know, the overpass is like level with the roof, so that's where the vent is, where all that smell is coming from. Well, I don't know what this guy's doing. You guys deciding he's on the wrong side of the road. I'll tell you what, after this walk, after today, forget about this walk, but just today's walks, take a nice little break. You guys won't notice the break because I'll have these videos lined up. But for me, I'll be sitting back for a couple of days, rest my legs, because it's not so much the distance, but I'm doing 2 back-to-back quick pace walks, which I don't do. Normally I'll have a slow one and a quick one, but we're doing quick pace, both of them. This right here is Avenue Z. Alright, so for the rest of this walk on the Coney Island Avenue part, this should be a straight run. We're going to be passing by one of the oldest carvels in the country. So stay tuned for that. It has the original, it's still in its original configuration, has the original carvel sloped roof. And that carvel is coming up in soon, so we'll look at that. So you gotta watch these cars. She's not even looking at me. She's looking in the other direction. And the funny thing is she's beeping a horn. I mean, some of these people, man. I mean, she's not even looking towards me. Like, she's, you know, if I'm like just a couple of steps quicker, you know, she's running me over. People know how to drive, man. Level Restaurant and Bar. That looks like a really high upper class kind of place to go, huh? I don't think they're gonna let you walk in there with Adidas pants and a yellow spring jacket like what I'm wearing right now. They'll probably turn me at the doorway, right? They tell me to turn around. Alright guys, so this is the carvel I was telling you about. This carvel was opened by a couple in the 1950s, and they still run it. It's now all family owned and operated. And as you can see, it has the original slope roof. And as a matter of fact, from what I've heard and read, this is one of the very few remaining carvels in the country that looks like this. And it's right here on Coney Island Avenue. They're open in an hour, by the way. I guess they were selling Christmas trees here too. And they got this little tent set up for people to have ice cream during the winter time. That's pretty cool. I got a little bit of a runny nose. Which is annoying me. I'm not sick, it's just the humidity and the cool air going through my nose and stuff is making it run a little bit. Desmond Court. Avenue X. So yeah, right now we're in the alphabet letters and we're going to Avenue U. So you could kind of figure it out, right? I'm gonna actually cheat and take that light that didn't turn green yet. Sun looks really nice on this angle. See, I wish all my walks were like this. Nice low sun in the morning. Great light. The last time we did a walk like this on a big major roadway, I believe it was, do you remember when we did Nostrand Avenue all the way from Sheepshead Bay over by Roland Roaster? We walked all the way to Brooklyn College on Flatbush Avenue. That was a crazy walk. And that was in the summertime. It was actually a nice day too. It wasn't like too hot. I don't think it was. I'd have to go back and check. But I don't remember feeling like it was a very hot day. Right here is the 61st Precinct Station House. 61st Precinct for the NYPD right here on the corner of Avenue W. Big line of cars waiting to go through the light. I'm making you guys wait with me. That light back there, I think I told you 3 minutes, man, that's a long time to wait. That's 3 minutes. Just stay stands around your living room and watch 3 minutes go by. That's how long it took. This right here is Neck Road, Gravesend Neck Road. Everyone just says, we all just say Neck Road. We walked through here one day. We got to come back. A lot of the avenues that we're crossing, we've walked through all of them. I mean, I think Avenue W is the only one. I don't think I've ever done Avenue W because it's kind of a, I mean, I'll do it. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of a short one. I guess you could take it through over to Marine Park and stuff, just like the other avenues. But we've walked through all these avenues. Avenue X, Avenue Z, T, S. We're going to U. All right, so my camera's a bit charged up, so I am going to just unplug that battery pack and just hold the camera now without the battery pack connected. Oh, you know what? Avenue V is another one I haven't done. V, first letter of my name. Vince. Avenue V is an interesting one, though. I've walked Avenue V, just not with the camera, but it's kind of interesting. It kind of gets broken up a couple of times. Oof, the smell. I just got hit with like a smell of like, you know when they just clean a bathroom? That's what it smelled like. Look at those smiles, guys. These people got some great smiles right here. Kind of cartoony. That guy's, so the guy right there, the bottom second over, I mean, his teeth are kind of like a roller coaster. Well, what's going on there? I think that they just messed up painting that. Guys, look at that. You know, go back and look at that. His teeth kind of go up and curve. It's like a little roller coaster or something. I don't know what's going on there. Guy must have, I don't know, something must have happened on the scaffolding or something when he was painting that. I'm sure that guy's teeth aren't, that definitely would not be a good advertisement for teeth, right? So. Guess what's coming up, guys and gals? Avenue U, right here. Right on the corner, we got the big McDonald's. You know, one day I'm gonna break the streak, guys. I'm gonna go into McDonald's and get like a Big Mac with fries and an apple pie. Here it is, the McDonald's on the corner of Avenue U and Coney Island Avenue. those apple pies, man, that they make. I get those nice apple pies that come out toasted. You can actually get, you guys remember those little like Hostess apple pies, or like those Drake apple pies? You could put those in the toaster oven. You preheat the toaster oven and then put those in, like those glazed frosted apple pies you get. And you can put those in the toaster oven for a while. And they taste very close to the McDonald's apple pies, I ain't gonna lie. I actually told a friend that, and they tried it, and they came back and told me, like, you know what, Vin, that's literally tastes almost exactly like the McDonald's apple pies. Oh, look, they got the engine 254 and hook and ladder 153. It looks like the hook and ladder is out, but they have the door up. So let's walk by, get a nice little look here. That is actually the side I want to be on anyway. Waiting for this traffic. So I don't suffer from anxiety, but if I did, the thing that gives me anxiety is waiting to cross a street all the time. It looks like both the trucks are in the firehouse. It looked like the engine was the one that was pretty far back. I'd have to look back at the footage. I was pretty much fixated on crossing the street. There was still cars as I was walking by, and I just had the camera pointed, and then I got on the sidewalk and I just walked by real fast. Alright, so now we're in Gravesend. This is the Gravesend section. And we're gonna walk into Bensonhurst along 86th Street. So it's gonna be we've still got a ways to go, guys. A long way. We still have to pass, we got Ocean Parkway coming up right here. We gotta pass McDonald's Avenue, which is the F line. We gotta cross over the N line, and then we're gonna be underneath the D line. So we got a whiles to go. It's gonna be a long walk. Beef, lamb, fish, and chicken. Oh, it looks like they finally got rid of all of the scaffolding over here. This was an area that had a lot of scaffolding back in the day. It looks much nicer without all the scaffolding. And a brand new sidewalk and everything. This looks way better. Man. This spot right here for a while was like just horrible area. It had a lot of scaffolding and stuff. Across the street, you got, it looks like a dentist, a beauty parlor, jewelry store, house on the corner. Guys, did we already pass? No, we didn't pass McDonald's Avenue yet. Definitely didn't pass McDonald's Avenue yet. The reason why I'm thinking we're gonna pass by the bakery and my favorite bakery on Avenue U, Nuccio's. I love that bakery. I love all the stuff that they do is all old school style bakery stuff. East 5th Street. I know there's a home over here. One of these homes, nice little, you could tell Italian family lives there. It's probably the one, it's the one with the Christmas decorations, because I know they also have some religious stuff in the garden. Here it is, guys. This house. Got a nativity in the window. Statue of Jesus. There is no Christmas without Christ. Cannizzaro. Seal and Engraving Company. Probably walked by that place so many times and didn't even notice it. I don't know why she's slowing down and stopping. She's probably looking for a parking spot because she has to go to the market. Alright, I can see McDonald Avenue. I can see the F train going over. This is the residential part of Avenue U. You have like two sections. It's, you know, between Ocean Parkway and McDonald Avenue is like mostly residential. And then once we get over by McDonald Avenue, we get back into the commercial areas. You got another area over here with a whole bunch of scaffolding and stuff. Interesting looking home here on the corner. There's some of the buildings on the other side. This is the home I was telling you about just now, behind those hedges. Looks like I'm going to get forced across the street because of this construction area. So let's see if I can cross now. I hope you guys enjoy long walks where you don't have to really walk and just watch me walk. I mean, I'll tell you, my legs are really, honestly, doing good right now. Now, my birthday is a couple of months away, but I consider myself 52 at this point. I mean, what's a couple of months, right? They're already celebrating the United States 250 years, right? And that's not until July. So I guess I could start celebrating my 52nd year on planet Earth. Yeah, my legs still feel like I'm in my 20s. I've yet to slow down. And I think that's why I've aged a third slower than everybody else, because I've done so much walking in my life that my heart has always been able to clean out the arteries, right, with all the blood pumping and everything. They've already proven that walking, you know, long distances on a regular basis does slow down the aging process. So there you go. Avenue U train station. Alright, we are right over by the bakery, by the way. What I'm going to do is cross over here again, because I want to be on that side is where the sun is. Better light anyway on that side. This is morning time here in Brooklyn, so the sun is always going to be shining on this side pretty much all day. And that's just the way it works with the winter sun. So you got Omni Health here. You got the pizza place over here, Crispy. It's not the Crispy Pizzeria from 13th Avenue. It's called Extra Crispy Pizzeria. And then you got Nuccio's. I've been getting the pastries from that place for such a long time, it's not even funny. I don't get them as much as I used to, of course. During the holidays, I get a lot of pastries. And then I go the whole year without eating any pastries. Like, that's the thing now. At my age, like, I don't eat any sweet stuff. I don't eat snacks. I know I sound boring and stuff. I do. I mean, I get snacks every once in a while. It's not like I go the whole year without snacks, but I definitely don't eat a lot of sugar stuff like I used to. What a dick. Ooh, did I say a curse word on camera? Went right through the stop sign. And he saw me too, so. Yeah, you'll hear me, guys, you know, especially you newer viewers, I'll get spicy. I'm from Brooklyn, man. I'm a Brooklyn guy. I try to keep it as professional as possible, but every once in a while I get a little salty on camera. Now, if you want to see me really get salty, you might have to talk to me off camera, but I'm definitely not a saint, that's for sure. I am not Saint Vincent, that's for sure. I'll tell you that right now. I will peel the mask off immediately if you think that. I'm glad you guys enjoy my walks, and I love your company and I love your support, but I don't want anybody thinking I'm like a saint. Here goes Meat Supreme right here on my right side here. It's the last one. We used to have two of them on 86th Street. And this is the only one left. West 6th Street. We did this once. We walked all the way from down there to all the way up that way. If you're new to the channel, make sure to check. Make sure to check it out. Check out all the stuff we've done over the years. Got another bakery stop here. This is Elegante. Extra Bar Cafe. Here's the train station, guys. We're getting close to 86th Street. We're getting close to 86th Street. I could actually see the D train from here going over the line there. So we're getting close. Avenue U Pizza, they are closed. It is still early. That's the one thing, man. Keep forgetting that it is still early. It is before 10 a.m. I started early, so what happened was I got up and it was really foggy. And I was like, you know what? Oh, this little cat. Is this cat stuck in here? See this cat, guys? I don't know if the cat wants to get out. I'm not going to open the door. because I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. I don't want to let somebody's cat out. I don't know. I kind of feel conflicted about that, you know. But you got to be careful, you know. There might be a reason, you know. I'm sure that door, that cat is always probably between those doors. I'm sure this is not the first time that cat's been in there. The door behind the front door was a little bit open, by the way, so it was like open a crack, so cat could probably just push his way through. Got a big crane. So I was starting to say earlier, I got up and I saw the fog and I said, you know what? I've been wanting to go to Coney Island when it's foggy, because I've always showed you guys the other parts of South Brooklyn in the fog. So I was like, you know what? Maybe we should go check out what Coney Island looks like in the fog. So the only thing we need to do is get a thunderstorm going in Coney Island, right? Because we've done snowstorms in Coney Island. We've done some rain, and now we did some fog. So now we just need like a nice thunderstorm. So we'll get that going this summer. When I start doing my thunderstorm walks. Alright guys, we are finally at 86th Street. It's crazy. I literally, so let's recap how much I walked today between the last two videos. We walked, so in the last video I walked Coney Island pretty much all the way down into Sheepshead Bay, and then I walked all the way from Sheepshead Bay to, you know, in Brighton Beach, where I started off over there with this walk, to here. I mean, it's crazy. And let's not forget, I still gotta go home. I still gotta walk home. There's no point in taking a train or a bus home. I might as well keep walking. That's the thing. I might as well just keep walking at that point, you know? You know what's funny? By the time I get home, it'll be lunchtime, but no, it won't. I'll probably get home by like 10:30, 11. We're on 86th Street, by the way. So, Brighton Beach Avenue was the first leg. Second leg was Coney Island Avenue. Third leg was Avenue U. And now we're on the fourth and final leg of this walk, is 86th Street. And I haven't decided yet where I'm going to stop the walk. So we'll see that soon. Now, when I say stop the walk, I'm talking about the camera side of the walk. I'm going to keep walking until I get home. But I'll probably stop the camera walk either Bay Parkway. You know what? We'll stop it at 21st Avenue. Now, if you're wondering where we are now, we just crossed over Stillwell and 26th Avenue, and we got about 5 more of these avenues we got to do. It is January. We start to hustle in January. And the other thing to keep in mind is, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but the pace that I'm walking is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Even even for my age, I should slow down a little bit. I'm walking like you wouldn't believe how fast I'm walking. This is where they have the protests over here for the homeless shelter on 86th Street, which is, they got a very small contingent these days. Man, they really don't want that homeless shelter going up, huh? I mean, you want to talk about a protest. They've been protesting this for 2 years. They've been stuck outside. So we're about to pass another firehouse and another McDonald's, and you know what I just realized? That the 2 McDonald's and 2 firehouses that we passed were in close proximity of one another. If you remember, when we passed the Avenue U, when we got onto Avenue where the McDonald's is, Coney Island Avenue, we turned the corner. Right on the next corner was where that firehouse was. Well, now over here we got another firehouse next door to a McDonald's. So I don't know what that's all about, but I can tell you for sure, the guys in the firehouse are not eating McDonald's. They cook their own food. It's kind of like what I did when we were in the Navy. We cooked our own food, Everything was ship cooked, fresh. Engine 253. And here's a McDonald's over here. This McDonald's, it still has a play place. I see some videos out there on the internet when they, those videos that look back at time and like, remember when you had these? Well, we still have a play place here. I don't know if it's used, but this place is totally touchscreen. You come in here and you basically either order on your phone and pick it up, or you do a touchscreen. There is no cash registers that I know of in there, because I walked in there one day I wanted to see, and I didn't see any cash registers. All I saw was the touchscreens. We were just on 86th Street during a snow walk, I believe, right? So that's why I don't want to do too much 86th Street. Now look, guys, an inspector train. What that train does, as a track inspection car, it has lasers and stuff. Without getting too technical, it basically has a bunch of lasers, and as it's riding along the rails, it's measuring for, you know, differences, discrepancies, stuff like that. Basically, they run that train through the entire line constantly. And they obviously have a benchmark and a guideline, and if they see things are off, if there's any gaps, curves, or anything like that, it gets, you know, obviously taken down. You could, I guess you could say, you could blame that little train for all the track work that goes on in the 5 boroughs. You know, like when you get on the train in the morning and then you come home and you find out your train is skipping like 10 stops because they have to do track work. I guess you could blame that little train. All right, we're going to be hitting the busiest area of 86th Street here. And I said I'll take you guys to 21st Avenue. So we're going to go to Bay Parkway. This is 23rd. And we are officially now in Bensonhurst. Brighton Beach, Sheepshead Bay, Gravesend, and Bensonhurst. By the way, I saw that, you know, bus that was gonna go by me, but he stopped, and then I kind of stepped a little forward, and then he beeped, and I kind of was like, okay, I guess you're going. I've never, speaking about cars beeping and moving and everything like that, I've never gotten hit by a car, luckily, in New York. A lot of people have gotten hit by cars, though, in New York, unfortunately. It's a dangerous area. You probably get hit by a car before you get hit by a bullet or something. I am actually walking pretty quick through this crowded area. Chinese New Year. They got, I mean, everything is Chinese New Year, it looks like, right? They sell all the Christmas decorations for a couple of months, and then they switch it out and it becomes Chinese New Year decorations. All right, finally, guys, the last stretch of this walk. We're gonna end it on 21st Avenue. I wanted to give you guys a look at all the shops here. All right, now that all the noise is gone, I want to thank everybody for tagging along. This was a long walk. I mean, ouch. That's how my legs are now starting to feel. I mean, now they're starting to feel it a little bit. By the time I got home and edited this video, I threw up the mileage up on the title screen. So you guys, since you guys now know how far we were, how far we walked on this one. This was a long walk. This is the old Rainbow Shop. Isn't this the place with no, I'm thinking about something else. Oh, it is. It's the one place that has all those little toys and stuff. All right, 21st Avenue. We're going to end it right over here. I want to thank everybody for tagging along. This was a long one. These last two walks I did will definitely give me some time to take a little break before our next walk. And yes, we are going out to the Bronx. Don't worry. Today is, I believe today is Wednesday, right? So, Friday. But you guys won't miss anything because I'll have these walks up for you while I am taking a break and then going out to the Bronx to do some walking. The next time we do a walk, it'll be also underneath train tracks. A little hint of where we're going. So we'll do some walking underneath train tracks out in Bronx. So until that next walk, guys, take care. Thanks for tagging along, and bye-bye.